Have you ever read or reread The Alchemist in your 20s? Because I think that's what changed something inside me. Paulo Coelho wrote, "You will never be able to escape from your heart. So it's better to listen to what it has to say. Even if you pretend not to have heard what it tells you, it will always be there inside you, repeating to you what you're thinking about life and about the world." There's only that moment and the incredible certainty that everything under the sun has been written by one hand only. Maktub.
Oh, so good!
Do you think there is a certain moment in our lives that determine the direction of our life? A moment that would foreshadow the meaning of our life or what we would be living for? I'll never forget what my aunt told me in London Bridge 2.5 years ago. She said, "I don't have a daughter, but if I did, I imagine she would be like you. You are not meant for mediocre. You are meant for great things. And that's why you experience these hurdles. What becomes great takes time. You don't just suddenly become. It will require life to mold you through grit and resilience." Between postcodes, time zones, houses, and jobs, between London, the Netherlands, Jakarta, Bali, Saudi, Paris, and every other pit stop in between, there is a stillness this year that reassured me I've sailed the storms, and if more to come, I'll sail all right. But they say your story does not start until you start telling the truth. Only then, I wouldn't have to invent excuses to not make space for you. I could finally tell you the truth. That I'm tired. I don't want to keep fighting through anymore. I want to be held. Stuck in a loophole of hustling to survive, a relentless immigrant mindset, a woman determined to pay for independence, clinging on to her dreams and ambitions, far from the reality she has entrapped herself in, a journey she insisted on achieving. But somewhere between the rush hours of Moorgate and Liverpool Street, the grind began to feel hollow. Was it worth losing the creativity I once carried, or the meaning I always believed life should hold, just to chase a life in a city I have fallen so deeply in love with? Instead, I go home from the other station, opposite direction from you. All good, the struggles are meant to be lived. There are many things I wish to tell him. Was he tired too? But he's a relentless man. Just like me, he's always good even if he isn't. I feared the ease and stability required, a steadiness I hadn't yet learned to properly rest in. And somehow, with all the courage I mustered and risks I had weighed, all roads led me here. As I strolled the streets of Amsterdam one Saturday evening and sat on a bench overlooking the canal, I realized that in many ways I had always known I would end up here. Just as I wrote in several of my journals, just as I had hoped at 17, and maybe even 2 years ago. But not in the way I had imagined. Because if I had the choice, I wouldn't have left London, at least not this soon. As I wept with remorse and longing of leaving a home I had created for 6 years, a city that built me and a life I claim I forever own. He tells me, "Okay, life is good. That's right, gratitude is the essence of happiness. Chin up, tough love, big girl." A mindset I know all too well. I had stayed strong for many years. Grit, perseverance, a survival of the fittest mindset. But I was in front of a Dutch canal that my walls finally gave way. I grieved in a way London never would have given me permission to. Too many targets to be achieved, too little time to be wasted on grief. Surely, there must be a reason I ended up here. As I cried freely, steadied by a familiar voice, I remembered that home doesn't need to be a place. It is the feeling of warmth and safety in the form of a hold, anywhere that may be. In a new house and city with newfound familiar faces, realizations and alignments revealed through time, a series of transitions overlapping one another. 2025 for me was not the peak of the mountain in exchange of my 3-year hike, or even the surrender of a sick-ass marathon I had been running. It was the rearrangements of many parts of my life to come back to myself. A friend asked me why I never seem afraid of change. Are you kidding me? I'm always afraid. I just don't always share it. Maybe it's the ego. Fear is part of the beautiful process. Every new flat was nicer. Every new job paid higher. I didn't always make changes in my life because I wanted to. So many changes took place because it needed to. Maybe the 20s are about taking chances, not recklessly, but with intention, about knowing when not to waste time. Just because some things are written, and yes, what is for you will never miss you, we are still responsible for the steps we take towards fate, for the discipline it takes to build a life we recognize. I understood this while swimming in the middle of the Indian Ocean, cycling one summer night across Paris, or sitting through a 3-hour yin and yang yoga class, that no matter where you go in the world for distraction, the one person you can't escape is yourself. It's okay to sit alone with the truth for a while. It's okay to look for truth even when you aren't ready for it. This year was not a year of waiting on time. For me, it was a year of choosing. Choosing to forgive old childhood wounds and hold the hand of the little girl inside me. Choosing to walk away from what had taken more than it should. Choosing to welcome the longing that had been sitting quietly in my heart for years. Choosing to step away from life I had deliberately built, not because it wasn't frightening, but because it was meaningful and worth the change. Maybe I am still in crossroads of learning to fall in love with this new life I'm writing, but at least I know myself, and I can sit with my truth now, of my love, imperfections, mistakes, hopes. I am flawed. This morning, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I no longer see a 21-year-old trying to figure herself out in fragments. I see someone who has learned bravery down her spine, smile lines that carry the weight of endurance, a softness in her face that did not come from ease. I am my own self, but I see my aunt in the way I carry myself, my mother in my words, my dad in my determination, my brother in the way I love, my cheeks shaped by stories that existed long before me. This year, I turned 25. And the most beautiful part is, I know myself. Maybe that was always the point. Maktub. Not that everything is already written, but that when you listen closely enough, every avenue you take carries purpose, and as awareness deepens, your story unfolds.
Los inmigrantes no cost a fortune, okay, como dice Trump, en realidad prescindir.
Lucy? What's going on? You okay?
No. I fucked up.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but can I tell you?
Of course. Anything.
I missed you.
Yeah.
You're the same as always.
Really? I was hoping you'd say I was different.